If you've been following anything in the zombies community lately, then you most definitely have been hearing the talk about Black Ops 6's Liberty Falls map, aka everyone's new favorite name for it, Liberty Balls. Okay, this map has been absolutely talked so horribly about that it's insane, honestly. But honestly, if we're gonna be real here, it's pretty reasonable why it's been hated on. If you look at that map, it just lacks personality, and that's the biggest issue I've seen people have with it. That's why they're calling it Liberty Balls. Okay, you see, I was watching gameplay of that map, and I'm like, okay, it looks alright, I guess, but like, it doesn't really feel like there's that unique personality to it. And I think, to be fair, we haven't seen the full map, okay? You don't want to just be completely negative, just be negative. You want to actually have good points, have criticism and stuff, and the fact is we haven't seen the entire map. I'm pretty sure, like, there was like a map icon for like a teleporter or something on the map, which just hasn't been accessed because you haven't been able to access the whole map because Easter egg stuff was turned off. So it seems like there's, like, from what I've heard, there's a teleporter on the map, and there should be a different area that you can go to. Hopefully, maybe like the mansion that's from the trailer, or museum, or whatever it was with Richtofen. And maybe there's like an underground area there, and maybe that will add more like of that personality to it. And who knows, maybe the map can change as you go about completing the Easter egg and stuff like that. So there is definitely a chance that it could be redeemed. We just have to wait and see. But as of right now, what they have shown, it just looks like a Warzone map. It's just the location from Warzone is what it looks like. And I think I agree with that. It looks pretty bland, not much personality, not much aura, as the cool kids are saying nowadays. But as I was watching that, it got me thinking, this is very strange. Why is it that Call of Duty now, Activision and Treyarch and all the different studios and stuff are catering so much to making zombies feel and look so much more like Warzone or multiplayer? That's the biggest like criticism that I've been hearing about, especially with things like Cold War. It's a good thing to bring up, a good thing to talk about, and I would say the biggest issue that I have is the fact that they're going about it all wrong. I think Black Ops 4 did something so much more amazing than Liberty Balls, okay? Liberty Balls is trying to make it like Warzone, but you know what Black Ops 4 did, which I absolutely loved? Even though not everyone got to play these maps or, you know, really experience it, I got to play it a little bit, and I remember just, it was so cool. You know what that was? They made multiplayer maps, but they made it feel like zombies. They added the zombies' personality into multiplayer. So instead of taking away from the zombies mode to make it more like Warzone and multiplayer, it's as if they took zombies and they just added it to multiplayer a little bit. Instead of taking away, they just kind of added and made things look cool. First off here, I wanted to talk about the map Schatten. It's a multiplayer map from Black Ops 4. But if you see here, I'm gonna have some footage going here in the background. You can see this doesn't look like a multiplayer map. This map had more personality / aura than 3 out of the 4 maps in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and more than Liberty Falls. And this is a multiplayer map. But what's so cool about it is it literally takes place in the village from Drak. You literally see the giant robot that the cutscene starts with in Drak that like falls down. It's literally in the village. It is so cool. You can look up and you can see Drak. I just have a few like key things that I want to talk about here that really just make it so cool. First off, something that a lot of people like, it's set at night, which is like perfect for like a zombies map. Like if you would have told me like face to face, one of these is multiplayer, one of these is zombies, and it's Liberty Falls and Schatten wins every single time. Because Schatten looks like a zombies map, but it's a multiplayer map. While on the other hand, Liberty Balls looks like a multiplayer map, but is actually a zombies map. You know, complete vice versa. So first off, let's just talk about, you spawn in to the match with like an explosion of like blue. It kind of looks like what happens like when you use like a teleporter, kind of like the element like 115, kind of like teleportation type of thing there. And then you spawn in and you just see everything's on fire around you. Like there's stuff on fire. And you see blue glowing things all around. And you see the giant robot. And you look up and you see the Rising Drug. And it's like, that's amazing. And then like as you make your way around the village, it's like it takes place during Christmas, which has like a really cool like cozy kind of vibe to it, I'd say. And then like in the middle of the village, you come across zombies. There are literally zombies in the multiplayer map. They don't affect you in any way. They're there for decoration, but it's so cool. They're actually like, it's not just like they're just like a picture of them or like a model of them. It's actually them, like they're like inside like the glass of the shop, and they're like kind of claw their way out, and it's like so cool. And then like as you continue through the map, you run around more, and hey, what's that? That kind of looks familiar. It's the gondola from the Rising Drug. And as you walk around, you can see there's a little fuse, like a little fuse box there, which is, you know, what you collect to call it up. You can see how it leads straight up to the Rising Drug. But even cooler, as you get closer to it, you can hear the characters that you play as on the Rising Drug talking to each other.
Hey, attention! We need you alive! And shooting! Whatever may come next. At least we have made it this far.
Like radios, kinda. Like you can literally hear them having full-on conversations, and it is just so cool. You can hear Richtofen and Dempsey, Nikolai and Takio all talking back and forth with each other. It's so cool. Like what? Why didn't they do this for more maps? And then to end it off here, the main thing is just the giant robot in the middle. You can't really ignore it. It's a giant robot. You can go inside of it too. I'm pretty sure you can like activate it, and like, you get inside of the head of the robot and you push a button, and then it moves like the hand of it. I'm like, bro, this is like one of the coolest looking maps ever. I'm pretty sure I've heard like it kind of plays really bad, or did play really bad in multiplayer, but it's a zombies map basically. You know, you can run around in multiplayer. It is so perfect. But you know, I hear the arguments right now. Well, you know, it's not really. It's basically a zombies map. You can't just like literally have it just be right next to an actual zombies map. That's kind of like cheating a little bit. You can't just do that for every single thing. And it's like, fair enough. Not every single zombies map has like a little village to the side that you can have a multiplayer map as. But the fact that they're incorporating these details and they're adding that aura to it, and it's just so amazing. It looks like a zombies map. And it just looks so great. And then like as we keep going, there's another map. I believe it's called Remnant. Literally the first thing you see as you spawn in. One, it's daytime. And the first thing you see when you load in is a bioresponse initiative van with bloody handprints on it. And then to the side, there's body bags. It literally establishes how this map is going to be. This map tells more of a story too. The last one that is like a continuation of the story that you kind of know of. This one, it's its own thing, and it tells a story throughout the entire map, which is just so cool. Like it starts off, you see like, okay, bioresponse initiative. That's interesting. It kind of gets you thinking like, what's going on here? Why is there body bags? Why is there bloody handprints? And then you make your way around, and you see this giant glowing tree, like this tree with glowing blue elements throughout it, and it's like, okay, zombifying this part of the place. It's amazing. And then you keep going, and you're looking around, and there's like, oh, what's that? There's a crashed like police vehicle. Interesting. What's happening here? Why is this area like destroyed and stuff? And then you see the giant Atlas monument from the Dead of the Night map, and it's like, whoa! You see like the giant orb in the middle, and it's all colorful and stuff. It's so cool. And then like you make your way inside to this big old building here, and you see all the blood splatter and everything, and you see like movie posters, and then you get to the front desk of the map, and it's just covered in blood. And it's like, what has happened here? What is this place? You look around a little bit, you see like different posters up and stuff, and then you turn and you see, Asylum? And right next to Asylum is like a movie theater entrance, obviously representing Kino. But Asylum here is Verrucht. And as you like are looking at the entrance, you see, oh, there are zombies inside of this little replica of Verrucht. Then you make your way like up the stairs into this building. You see more zombies like inside of this like area, and they're like trying to like claw their way out and stuff. And you make your way, and you get to the middle, and there's the the classic Verruct styled room. You know, I think it might be taken straight out of Verruct. I'm not 100% sure. But you got like the operating table and there's blood everywhere. You just hear like these screams and these spooky noises. And then as you continue going through the place, you're like, oh, there's little panels that you can interact with that tell you information about the place. Basically radios in a multiplayer map. So this whole map is a museum of like zombies artifacts and different zombies iconic locations. And like the next, like as you like roam around the museum, you can see like different artifacts and things taken from different zombies maps and blueprints and all this stuff. It's just really, really cool. A fascinating idea, basically taking like different parts of zombies maps and like putting it into like a museum. And it's like such a cool map idea. And then you see, like as you go through to this whole place, you see all these artifacts and you see all the cool stuff. Great. But you see the blood splattering, you see things like thrown around. Like as you continue to explore, there's a entire area for Moon, the whole map Moon from zombies. It just looks so cool. And there's a zombie underneath, like in one of the like lab looking areas, like a scientist zombie with a gas mask. And as you make your way around even further, you see the whole like Moon area, and it's just so cool looking. And then you get to like the underneath area of the Moon exhibit, and it looks like something out of Stranger Things, like the upside down, like something's growing down there, something's alive. You continue to make your way through the map, and as you're going through, you just see like rooms with like the window completely broken in, and you look inside, you can see like blood splatter, things destroyed. It's like it really builds up like the mystery of like what happened here, like why is everything destroyed. And you make your way around to like other parts like outside the map, and there's like a under construction area, there's a zombie laying down there, and you know, keep going around to the different places and stuff, and you find a teleporter, which is amazing, that you can actually use. It literally has a teleporter in a multiplayer's map. Absolutely amazing. And just to like keep mentioning like the different things, they literally have got transit in this place. Like they're really pumping up, blood everywhere, things are destroyed. Inside the little diner area, there's zombies as well as mannequins, kind of maybe able to put things together even a little more there. And then of course Ted, the absolute G that is Ted. Love that guy, so fun. And then you make your way around exploring more, and you see the Titanic. The whole room has like a really cool vibe to it. It's like dark, and it's darker, it's like feels colder because, you know, all the ice everywhere. And then you see like the spirits of the dead, which I don't know if that's just like part of the museum or if it's more, but that's what adds to the mystery of it. And then lastly, it's like you see more under construction areas outside throughout the map, and you're like, wow, okay, more zombies everywhere throughout the map. And then you could probably put it together earlier, but this entire map was supposed to be a museum where they took different parts of like different artifacts that they recovered from the different zombies maps. They put it all into this big museum, and it looks like there was an actual zombies outbreak here. This tells more of a story than Liberty Balls, bro. Liberty Balls is supposed to be like the start of like an outbreak, I'm pretty sure. Like that area had like a containment breach, and then the zombies came out of that place. Okay, looks like the same thing happened here. Okay, it looks like it was a normal place, and then zombies kind of took over. That's why there's zombies everywhere, blood, things are destroyed, all that. And I don't know, maybe the spirits are like actually from the Titanic map. I don't really know. That can be up for the debate. But the whole map feels like a zombies map. Not because there's zombie stuff in it necessarily, although that adds to it, you know? It's like, it's just the whole idea that this could just be a regular museum without any zombie stuff. Just a regular museum. But the way that they did everything, the way that they pushed everything together, the way that they told the story through the environment, which I absolutely love, the blood everywhere, the things being destroyed, the way that it just feels so eerie, there's no one else there. And it just seems like, okay, the way that you spawn into, where it's just like, okay, you see a bio-initiative van or whatever it's called, and then you see the body bags and the blood, and it's like, that's how it starts, makes it feel so much more impactful than just, okay, you're on Liberty Balls and you spawn on top of the roof and it's a nice sunny day and, you know, some things are destroyed, but it doesn't really feel like zombies took over. You need to have more destruction, more pizzazz to it, more oomph tell a better story with just the environment. And from what I've seen, it just doesn't really do that very, like, it doesn't do it very well. Sure, don't get me wrong, I'm going to tell you some great positives of Liberty Falls. I really do like the environments inside, like the interior locations, like inside the bowling alley, inside the comic shop, that type of thing. It looks really cool. I'm a big fan of that. I think maybe if you started inside of maybe the bowling alley, or you started in the comic shop or something like that, like a cool, like, small enclosed space where you can kind of see, like, oh, like the first thing you see when you spawn in, it's not the bright sunny day. It's not, you know, the big old city with, you know, a couple things are destroyed here and there. No, you spawn in, maybe you see like blood splattered across the bowling alley, and then you see like things destroyed inside of the building to really set the tone. If there's anything, these 2 multiplayer maps in Black Ops 4 set the tone. They set up the story without saying a single word. And it's absolutely mind-boggling to me that Black Ops 4 multiplayer maps are better than Zombies maps. And I feel like this is the approach that they need to take if they really want to make Zombies feel like Zombies again. If they really want to get more people in the Zombies too, like, I bet you after playing this map, like, people, like, if I never played Zombies before, but then I played these maps, even if the maps kind of sucked, just the whole atmosphere and feeling of it would make me want to go play the Zombies mode, because I'm like, whoa, if this multiplayer map tells a story, imagine the cool stuff that's going to be inside of the actual Zombies map. And honestly, it's so much better to not take away from the Zombies mode, but instead to add the different things from the Zombies mode into multiplayer, into Warzone. For crying out loud, take Blackout. My favorite battle royale that Call of Duty has released. I don't care for Warzone really at all. Blackout was it. That was my favorite. I love that so much. They really struck gold with that one. Sure, there's definitely issues with it. Trust me. I went back and I played it, just like exploring the map and stuff. Bro, they've got Verrux in there. They got the diner. They got Buried. They got the boxing gym from Shadows. They also got like Nuketown and stuff. But it's like the fact that there's different Zombies locations, and then there's cool like Zombies things that you can have on the map, like a mystery box is at one of the Zombies locations, and you can go fight zombies to get what's inside the mystery box, which is like some really good weapon and some nice loot and stuff. They need to bring that back. That was the best. It's so much fun when you have these extra cool like Zombies locations and stuff. That made me more excited for Zombies back in Black Ops 4. Seeing the different parts of Zombies in other game modes, not like taking it over, not making multiplayer and Warzone just zombies, but adding the little elements that Zombies has to it, like a location here or there in Blackout. You know, there's a couple, like, I believe it was Verrux, aka Asylum, and Buried, aka the Western Town, that were like the 2 like main like big Zombies locations that were like named. But then there was also like the diner and the boxing gym and stuff, which are like different parts. Like the boxing gym was a part of like a little city area, and the diner was just off the road. Like these little things, they don't take away from multiplayer Zombies or the multiplayer Warzone at all, in my opinion. They only add. Like, even if there's no zombies in it, just adding those locations and little, like, Easter eggs and have that cool, like, identity to it just makes it so much more fun. When I think of Blackout, I think of all the fun, cool locations. When I think of Warzone, I just think of nothing. I don't, like, people are excited that, like, what's the main map? Verdansk to come back? However you say it. And I don't care. Why would I care about Verdansk? It doesn't have anything that's of interest to me. I'm a big fan of Treyarch. It's my favorite studio of the 3. Treyarch knocks it out of the park. The issue is, it doesn't seem like they're really making their own map for Warzone, which is a big letdown, honestly. I want like a Blackout-styled map inside of Warzone. Sure, they have Area 99, which is like a Nuketown creation facility, which looks really cool, and I definitely want to play that. That's going to get me to actually play Warzone, because it's something like cool from like kind of like the other titles. They're taking something that's known, kind of using that nostalgia, and then they're putting a twist on it. You know of Nuketown, now here's Area 99 where the Nuketowns were created, and there's different areas and stuff, and you still have like the little, here's a few houses from Nuketown and stuff, but that's not like the main focus. Like the main focus is the whole like facility and the different parts of it, and then they just use the different elements from the other Nuketown to make it better, to enhance it. And I feel like adding Warzone elements and multiplayer elements into Zombies doesn't enhance it. But taking zombies elements and putting into multiplayer and putting into Warzone occasionally, like those two mobs, do enhance it drastically. If Verdansk comes back, okay, in Warzone, but then they make some changes and maybe they add in some like zombies locations, like say throw like the diner back in there, maybe throw like town in there, throw like just like a few different locations, I will play Warzone. I don't even play Warzone normally. I will play Warzone if they add in some cool little extra locations that aren't just like boring old city number 5, you know? That's how I feel about it. I really haven't played that much Warzone. Maybe there is some zombie stuff that I just haven't heard about. But whenever I've played, I've just like, it just feels so boring to me. It doesn't feel like special the way that Blackout felt. But that's just my take on it. I really think that it's crazy that Black Ops 4 just did everything so much better in terms of like how they did multiplayer and zombies and Blackout compared to Black Ops 6. Sure, it's different time, different people working on it and stuff, but I really think they need to take like a few notes. Like how I want, like Schatten was such a fun idea. The village that you see briefly, that you can see from Dreisendrach as a multiplayer map is so cool. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. It's such a cool map, even though it may not play very well based off like what I saw online. It's been so long since I played that map. I just remember loving it because it's so cool looking. Remnant also really cool. I don't know how that plays, but it's just these maps are just so cool. It's so unique, so special. Adds that zombies flair, that zombies aura to it, and it's something that Liberty Balls just is missing a little bit, you know. And I think I saw another video where someone mentioned like Black Ops 3 maps as well, where some of those multiplayer maps also just felt like zombies, but there was no zombies on the map like they have in Black Ops 4 here. There may have been some like zombies assets, but it just felt so cool. Like different multiplayer maps in Black Ops 3 also had that idea of kind of making it more zombified. They need to do that again. They need to start bringing in more multiplayer maps with like zombies elements, or like, you know, just that feeling of zombies, but in a multiplayer map is just so cool. And I really think they should be doing that more personally. And I think that's the big fix to how to get multiplayer Warzone players to play more zombies. Don't ruin zombies. Don't add all these things that are really not needed for zombies a lot of times, like armor and the HUD and stuff. It just really feels like it just feels weird for zombies. But when it comes to, you know, how they did it before, just if you add in a cool zombies location on the Warzone map, that gets me to play it. That gets me to want to play Warzone. I don't think that's going to stop anyone from playing Warzone. I think people are still going to enjoy Warzone. They're just going to enjoy it more because there's a cool little more unique location, or a few like small locations. Same with multiplayer. If you have different maps that like, and throw a few maps in the rotation, even if it's just a couple like Black Ops 4, and those couple maps are just plain simple zombies elements in there. Maybe even actual zombies that, you know, can't actually attack you or anything, that are just like there for like decoration, basically, like these two maps. I think it'd be so perfect. I want to see that. Come on, please, Treyarch, please. That'd be so cool. But honestly, I want to hear your thoughts down below. Why in the world do Black Ops 4 multiplayer maps look better and feel better as zombies maps than Liberty Balls? That's the question. But thank you again so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, you know, scroll down right now, subscribe, leave a like, all that great stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.